Well, welcome along everybody to the Milan Grand Prix then. Just a quick note before this, remember to hit that like button if you are enjoying the series. Generic algorithms gonna doom all YouTubers statement done. So we're faced with a very wet Grand Prix then. Starting I think what, 8th and 9th? We need to finish above 9th for our race objectives for our sponsors. Let's start by adding that knowledge. So Marchetta intermediate tyres going to be very useful today, so we'll go with that. And we may use the dry tyres at some point, but I think race trim is more important, so we'll go for those two. And same with Dreyfus, going to be pretty important, our pace on the wet weather. In the wet weather even. It's going to rain not too far into the race, although that's not, we can't see the rest of the weather report, which I learnt from the last race. So setup, we need to make some good changes then. This is going to be a bit of a risk, of course. We haven't seen this since the end of practice. So Marchetta's pretty happy with the handling and the speed balance, really not happy at all with the downforce. I'm going to have to look into a bit more, and if anybody knows about this game, how we work out the optimal, how we get this green bar down even more. People say we're telling me it's because of practice, and that bar gets smaller and smaller the more practice you do. And in this GP3 equivalent category, you only get 12 minutes of practice, so it's all really guesswork from what I can work out. I think we're going to go the opposite way on downforce for Marchetta, so we'll go for a bit more of a balanced setup. We need to get that speed balance and handling back down to somewhat what it was. See, the problem is I don't want to throw the handling off too much. The speed balance, sorry, because that's the best part of the setup. I'm happy with that. Big change to downforce. Handling and speed balance change a tiny bit. Problem with the handling, I don't know which way we need to go, oversteering or understeering. So it's kind of a guess. So I'll keep it around the same because we don't want to go horribly the wrong direction. And hopefully that downforce will be the right direction as well. We're obviously going to be starting on the intermediate tyres in this weather. Maximum fuel tank of 9 laps to try and last till maybe it goes to dry. We don't know yet what it's going to do. Dreyfus is not happy with anything. Wonderful. Handling's okay, downforce is very poor, speed balance is poor. So we definitely need to change that speed balance quite a lot. So let's go more towards acceleration. Handling, I'm kind of inclined to go towards understeer. Purely because that's kind of the direction that Marchetta was suggesting. I guess that's one of the skills as well, is correlating between the two drivers, what kind of setups we should be going for. I don't want to change the handling too much because it's the best part of it. I think we'll change it a little bit. Let's go with that. Let's be honest, I don't really know what we're going to be doing. Intermediate tyres for her as well. Driver strategy, we'll start by pushing with both drivers, engine mode high. See if we can make up some places on the start. Of course, with this reverse grid then, technically the cars at the front should be the slowest, roughly, because they're the lowest down in the championship. So we should be able to, if we can get a good start, we should be able to go past cars that are slower than us and hopefully run away from the cars that are quicker, maybe. Anyway, let's get ready then for the Milan Grand Prix. So here we go then, getting ready for the lights to go out. Let's hope for a good start. Let's also hope for no more failures this race. That would be a good thing. Dreyfus made a good start then, up to 6th. Marchetta holds position in 8th. Coming under pressure though. Let's switch to Dreyfus. That's not Dreyfus, there we go. In 6th, looking promising. Getting held up a little bit there. Marchetta's lost a place then. Everything looking okay at the moment. Damn it, not good enough. You're right, Marchetta. You need to do better, mate. You're really struggling out there at the moment. Oh, he's losing 12th already. Right. Marchetta, I'm forgetting about you for the moment, I'm afraid, buddy. I think the chances of you being replaced are increasing race by race. Dreyfus going down to turn 1 side by side with Varn then. She's just been edged out. Going to lose another position down the inside to Beerchamp. And another position around the outside. Oh dear. Great, now I have to step. Well, don't moan at me, love. It's not really my problem that you're getting overtaken by absolutely everybody. So now I know the grid's reversed. This is the problem. Not the problem, but I think you're going to have to accept you will lose positions because all the cars behind are quicker. A lot quicker, generally. And you're going to get swamped, and it's just getting through the opening few laps without any incidents, and then you'll be racing the people that you're probably up to speed with. Marchetta's dropped all the way back down to 20th now. It's now the absolutely stone last. And now we can get a bit more of an idea of the weather forecast. It's going to continue raining for quite a while, so the chances are we're going to go on to another set of intermediate tyres at some point. So we need to work out that crossover. I'd like more of an idea as to when it's going to stop raining. Because the worst thing you can do in the wet weather is put another set of intermediates on just for it to dry out a couple of laps later, rather than trying to eke out those tyres a bit more. Dreyfus definitely the better of our two drivers at the moment. Marchetta is just falling away from everybody down in 20th place. He might be the guinea pig for the strategies today. I've got a feeling we've got these setups pretty wrong, because we're not doing very well at the moment. She's about to lose another place. Yeah, Awesome feels good to get past Evans like that. Marchetta up into 19th then. Starting to make some progress back. This is the thing, you get caught up with all these cars coming back through that are a lot quicker, and you really lose out because of it. But then when things start to level out and you're racing the cars that you should be racing, that's maybe when you start to make back up the places. So one thing I've noticed with this, the AI are a bit difficult in terms of incidents happening. In terms of you get overtaken and your driver just almost stops dead and gets overtaken by like 3 or 4 cars. Dreyfus getting overtaken around the outside, wheel to wheel with Antonov. Antonov through into 14th place then. Let's have a look at things up front. Santa Ana. Safety car. Okay, we're going to pit. We're going to pit. There's only 4 laps. Yes, we're going to pit. We're going to use this opportunity of the safety car to put on some fresh intermediate tyres. What's the weather forecast? It's going to keep on raining. So fuel options. Let's fill that tank once again. Do we need to fix anything? Not really, we should be okay. So we'll pit Dreyfus and we'll pit Marchetta. Oh, we can't really pit both of them. Let's pit just Dreyfus. I love that there's a safety car in this game. That's a huge improvement over previous Motorsport Manager games, or previous F1 style manager games. It's a big step forward. I don't know when the safety car came in to the sport. Because to be honest, the last one I played was F1 Manager, which I think 2001. So I don't actually know whether they had the safety car, because I know it came in pretty late. Marchetta actually is now leading, so we've left him out and he's now leading. Dreyfus comes back out in 10th place, so pretty much the whole field deciding to pit. Doing something opposite with Marchetta might turn out to be a disaster or a good thing, we don't know. Let's turn the engine mode down and back up. We don't want to use fuel or tyres when we're under the safety car. So once we get round to start the lap again, Marchetta at 19th place, Is he still on the track? Oh yeah, straight in the barrier. A lot of black smoke. Barbola off in the gravel over here as well. That's a really nice touch that you can actually see the incidents that have happened. I'm warming to this game more and more, you know. I really am. I can ignore its problems, really. Okay, we want to get a good restart of Marchesa then. He's going to have to absolutely go for it because he's going to have to pit very quickly. So we need to try and gap and hope there's a few incidents that maybe give him a bit of breathing room. Dreyfus in 10th has definitely gained from that. I've got a feeling quite a few teams double stacked considering Marchesa was last. I think almost the entire field pitted. Right, strategy. Overtake, attack. Marchesa, overtake, attack. Actually, Dreyfus probably doesn't need to be quite as aggressive as that. Oh, hang on, is there another lap? Oh, can we get it in time? I didn't realise there was one more lap. We probably screwed ourselves here. Can he get it in time? No. Bugger. Oh, we could have actually pitted Marchesa. Well, we'll have to live with that. We'll have to live with it. You never know, it might work out in his favour. Maybe. Oh, let's turn him back down. Low, back up. Low, back up. Okay. So the whole field pretty much on brand new intermediate tyres apart from Marchesa. Marchesa's got the tyre life, just doesn't have the fuel, unfortunately. Weather forecast is going to continue raining, but it does look like it's letting up towards sort of lap 10. So Dreyfus should be okay until we go on to dry tyres, maybe. Tyre temp's super low, guys. I need to push to get the heat back up. Yeah, we'll do that once we get a bit further around the lap. Lap 7 of 21, so we're almost at half distance. These safety car laps are going to be pushing the strategies towards a lower stop. But of course, I think the weather is really going to dictate that. It's a shame we're not in actual Formula 1 here, or the top formula, because we might not have fuel loads. In which case Marchesa would be in prime position, but there we go. Right, let's start warming those tyres a bit more. We'll go to push and a higher engine mode. Be interesting to see how Marchesa can do here. He can probably get 1 or 2 laps out of the tyres. Can't get enough heat into the tyres like this, boss. The low temperatures. Well, I know you're under the safety car, mate. Not really much I can do about that. That's really up to you, isn't it? There's no weave option under strategy. Okay, safety car going in, field backing up then. Ready to release Marchesa. I think this is the first time one of our cars have led, even though it's not really the case on track because of the fuel situation. You can see a few more laps of that weather. About just off lap 10. We're away then. Marchesa's got a good restart. He's going to be swamped pretty quickly. Dreyfus up to 8th place then. She's had a cracking restart and really on it now. Let's hope she can make some progress here. Looking down the inside of Rogers. Not quite. Watch your back. Okay. In 8th. Marchesa. Can he get one more lap out of this fuel? Be really useful if he could. He's really gapping those behind, but that's probably because he's on really low fuel. 1.4, 1.3. Eat my dust, Nick. Good job, Dreyfus. She's up to 6th. We're going to risk this. We'll turn the engine down a little bit so make sure he doesn't run out. And so Marchesa's going to pit on this lap. So close to that crossover. That's the problem. We'll put him back on the intermediates. Don't want to fuel him too heavily, I don't think. Let's go to lap 7, so he doesn't have too much fuel on board. Parts, how they're looking, all pretty good. We're looking all right. So Marchesa's going to pit this lap. Dreyfus, then, in 6th place. Absolutely flying at the moment. This new set of tyres definitely proving much more useful than the last. A bit worried about Marchesa getting round without running out of fuel. He should be okay. Now Dreyfus, here's the problem we've got, right? It's probably going to be 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 laps till we can go on the dry tyres. And it's keeping that fuel level high enough to be able, so we don't have to make another pit stop. So we might have to back her off in terms of engine mode. Marchesa then into the pits, almost certainly going to be dropped to the back of the field. There goes Dreyfus up into 6th because of that then. We will wait and see where Marchesa is going to be last. Yeah, okay, he comes back out in last. We're going to go into high and push. And let's see how Dreyfus is doing then. She's still in 6th, this is good. So, it looks like we should be okay to go onto the dry tyres under this fuel load. We'll turn it right down if we really have to. The thing we need to avoid is pitting again for intermediates. Our next stop has to be for dry tyres. Marchesa's come back out 10 seconds behind Evans then. So we have really screwed him over by not pinning him on that first lap on the safety car. There are other cars pitting now then. Dreyfus up to 3rd. If we can... Let's go to medium engine mode. If we can last... They've actually gone on to dry tyres already. That's why. Go into overtake mode then. Let's push it. I think it's ready for dry tyres. Everybody coming in. Right, we'll pit. How long have we got left? Lap 11. Medium tyres, 13 to 15 laps. But we would have to stop for fuel again regardless. So we may as well put the soft tyres on. We'll do two stints on the soft tyres, makes sense. We'll fuel her up to the maximum. Excuse me. Park condition, everything looking okay. Gearbox looking a bit shaky. But we should at least make it to the next pit stop. So she'll pit for the soft tyres. Exactly the logic. Yeah, we may have jumped a lap too late there. Marchesa, we can't really afford to leave him out any longer. Let's put him out on the mediums. We've got to try something different with him. We had a long time for repairing everything. Same with him, we'll wait. He's going to have to make another pit stop for fuel, but at least we may not have to change the tyres. How long does it actually take to... 5 seconds, 8. It only adds 3 seconds to change the tyres. We may as well change them again. Let's put the mediums on and see how far I can get out of them anyway. He might be held up a little bit by Dreyfus. He may not. We don't know yet. Alright, we're really going to see the damage then that this leaving out for a further lap has caused as Dreyfus comes into the pits from 3rd place. She was about 6th or 7th. Feels like I need to fix some of my parts. No, you're fine. You're fine, buddy. Okay, Dreyfus. Come on, get going. 5th. Marchesa comes in, so he wasn't actually held up. We're back out in 5th place. Okay, we've got a race on now. There's a real good chance of a top 10 here. 9th place is what we're aiming for, don't forget. Dreyfus coming under pressure straight away. And down, demoted to 6th place. There are quite a lot of cars that are quicker than us. Marchesa's come back out in 18th place. But he is now right on the back of the rest of the field. So that time we lost has been made up. So we'll watch his progress carefully. Dreyfus now in a comfortable 6th place. We've got a lot of cars behind us. 1, 2 and 3 are running away with it. 4th and 5th are pulling away from us as well. Although they're battling now, so we might have a chance here. Right, we'll settle into this stint then. We're just over halfway in this Grand Prix. Dreyfus, it's our race to lose a really good finish here. Marchesa is going to have to do a lot of work to get back into this race. Dreyfus Having a look at Van on the medium tyres then. This is getting scary. I have warnings about a few parts. We're probably going to have to run some repairs when we pit next. Take that, you Australian. Whoa, Manchester lad. Got to think of the sponsors. You can't just go around insulting people because of their nationality. The engine's sounding a bit unhealthy. Take a look. We'll have to ignore it for the moment, mate. We'll have to repair it at the next stop. The thing is, we need to ensure we have enough fuel to get to the end. Dreyfus then in 6th, coming under a lot of pressure from behind though. To be honest, I'm really not bothered about Marchesi. He's got a bit of pace now. We're in the dry, but I don't think he's going to make up too many positions. I might be wrong there. 7 laps to go then. The soft tyres on Dreyfus's car down to 70%. 5 laps of fuel remaining, so we're going to have to make one more stop. Or she zooms past Vayen up into 5th place. You go. Let's attack. Just go for it. We're going to be making another stop onto the soft tyres, so let's get what you can out of this, bud. Love. Woman. I don't know what to... No. Let's get Rochester to attack. He may as well. Both cars flat out here then. So Dreyfus, 7 laps to go, including this one. It's all about choosing the right time for that next stop. I think we're going to have to... Yeah, engine problems for Dreyfus as well. Okay, one more lap and we'll pull Dreyfus in. We're going to have to. Pit. Right. She'll go on to another set of soft tyres. 5 laps remaining after pit stop. We want to be able to push, so we'll go up to 7. We're going to have to repair that engine. That's a lot of time. We can't afford to repair both. Okay. This is so risky. The reliability is our big issue with these parts at the moment. 36 seconds seems like too long, but I'm pretty sure that's going to wear. Let's make position after pit stop 17th. Stays 17th. Exit well behind Manchester. Battling, we should exit ahead of Williams. Oh, I don't know. We're going to fix suspension, you know, belt and braces. I want to be sure. Oh, that's so much time. No, okay, we're going to leave the suspension. We'll leave the suspension. Balanced, we'll go with that. Manchester's a long old way behind, so he should be able to pit the same lap. Dreyfus in such good position. It's such a shame we have... Reliability is what we really need to improve on these parts. That's for sure. Manchester we can now pit. He'll go onto the soft tyres. We'll have to repair that engine. Let's repair his gearbox as well. Let's make sure he gets to the end of the race no matter what. There'll be 5 laps to go. Same thing. We'll put nearly 7 laps of fuel in. Okay. Oh. Excuse me. I'm recording a lot of stuff today and my voice is starting to go. Dreyfus then. She's in. And take a massive hit repairing the engine, which just for the record is nearly impossible to do in a pit stop, but hey ho. Oh, is she going to hold up? Marchesa just coming into the box now. He's not held up, thankfully. Dreyfus comes back out in 13th place. We've lost a lot of ground then, as we thought we probably would. We use the high engine mode and we'll push. We don't want to strain that suspension. There's still quite a few people to pit, so we're still in this, I think. We'll see how much damage this has done. Marchesa is still in the... That was an unbelievably long stop. Nearly a minute in the pit lane. We'll see if he can make up any positions. He's already been lapsed then. Dreyfus then in 13th. Pedal to the metal till the end now. He's 12th and 11th in the pit. Definitely feel suspension. I can't do anything. Just gonna have to deal with it. We're up into 11th now. Couple more positions and we've got our objective for Dreyfus. Marchesa 16th is so far away. Are they going to get back out? Maybe. We'll probably use overtake mode on both. Let's get Dreyfus to attack as well. Just ignore it. I'm not pitting you 3 laps from the end. Marchesa, no, he's a long way behind 16th still. We've ruined his race, really. Dreyfus then is on lap 18 going on to 19. Rear wing must be damaged. Marchesa. The rear wing's fine, buddy. I don't know what you're going on about. Oh no, it's not. Oh no, that's her gearbox. Her suspension even. Dreyfus now pressuring Dembele up into 10th place. Wonderful. Making some progress here. Obviously going to be worried about that suspension. It's only on 18% though. We should be okay. Someone's run out of fuel. Oh, it's raining. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. Do we pit for intermediates? No, we're just going to have to go with it, aren't we? Let's put both our cars back to push though. We don't want to make a mistake. It's going to be very wet on the final lap. Ignore it, please. I'm not going to pit you on the second to last lap. Why even ask? Tyre deg is really bad. Oh, can you disable some of these messages? It's really irritating me. It's really wet. Has anyone pitted for intermediates? Doesn't look like it. We're just going to have to try and get round on these dry tyres then. Lots of people running out of fuel, which is rather bizarre. We're up into 9th because of it. We're in the sponsor objective then. 10th is quite a long way behind. She's now up into 8th, 7th. Oh my goodness, she's flying. Someone's blowing up there in 18th. Marchesa's up to 17th. Yeah, I think he was already in 17th. Oh, we're on for a cracking result here. Keep it together. Come on, Dreyfus, you can do this. 6th is just there. We're up into 6th, 5th. Don't blow this. Do not blow this. Go to neutral. Don't push this. 4th is in sight. I don't want to go off the road. That sucked. What sucked? Oh, 16th. Don't worry about it. Out of the final corner. Down the pit straight. It's going to be 5th place for Claudia Dreyfus. What a result. She has drove magnificently there. Swallowing up cars struggling on the dry tyres. I'm so glad we didn't bail for intermediates. And her skill has just carried her through. That's fantastic. That's some really good points. And that's, I think we can all agree, a lot better than we would expect the car to do. Oh boy. I'm so pleased with that. Got the strategy absolutely right. She was pushing at the end, had the fuel to do so. Let's have a look. We were down to 14% on the suspension, 18 on the brakes at the end. Marchesa actually picked up a few positions. We went belt and braces with him. He might have been a couple of places forward if we hadn't have maybe repaired the suspension, but I think we had to. But I think engine and suspension reliability is something we need to work on. Because can you imagine how close we would have been to the podium if we hadn't have had to repair those parts? So performance isn't necessarily the be all and end all. I think we definitely need to work on reliability as well. So it's Virchamp from Canada that wins for Claudia Racing in the Italian Grand Prix. And that's a fantastic result. So nearly everybody doing 3, a few people doing 2 stops. But we managed to beat those people that did 2. They managed to stay on the intermediates till they went on. In reality, we were only about a lap from having to go on to... Oh no, once the first stop was on inters for everybody. Yeah, okay. I think we got the strategy pretty straight on, spot on there. I presume everybody was just struggling at the end on the dry tyres, and Dreyfus just continued. Please no. Rule of wrist brake. Scrutineering complete. No rules broken. Result. I mean, of course, we wouldn't dare to break the rules. So it's 16 points for Claudia Dreyfus. 5th place in the race. Marchetta, just 5 points for him. 16th is pretty poor, let's be honest, but I think it could have been worse at one stage there. So that lifts Dreyfus into 11th place in the championship. Marchetta 15th. And in the constructors, we stay in 8th, but we close the gap on Dragon Racing Team China. That's a mouthful. And ZRT Autosport in front of us. We're definitely making progress then. That might have been a bit of a lucky result, but I'll definitely take it. Definitely take it. Okay, so Marchetta, understandably not very happy with that race. Dreyfus gets a massive boost to morale, which he's needed for a long time, up to 42%. And as with every race, her skills just getting better and better each race, and an improvement in the relationship with the mechanic as well. I think Marchetta, I think we have to use our money to improve the car for now, but he's definitely needs to show a big improvement if he's going to stay within this team. Our reserve driver improving as well, even though he didn't even race. Not quite sure how that happens. Maybe fitness you'd expect, and feedback possibly, and focus. I don't see how he would improve his braking having not turned the wheel at all. We exceeded our race results, so the chairman's very happy with us. Knocks that happiness back up to 71%, and marketability has improved as well, which will be good news for future sponsors. 1.6 million is our income. Will take us out of the red in terms of our bank balance. Good news. And there you can see the overall results of the weekend then. Knocking on the door of the top 10 for Dreyfus. That's got to be our minimum aim this season. And that is the Milan Grand Prix, everybody. I hope you did enjoy that. I thoroughly enjoyed that race. I feel we got a lot more out of the car. I feel we got the strategy spot on. And Dreyfus' skill really helped her out towards the end of the race. Next time we shall be in Tondela in Portugal. Of course, next time we will be doing the ins and outs of the car, building some new parts, trying to improve the reliability of probably the suspension and the engine, and doing practice for the Portuguese Grand Prix, and then we'll be back later in the week for the race itself. If you have been enjoying this series, did enjoy the video, hit that like button. It helps me out a huge amount and allows more people to see my videos. If you have any helpful advice or want to congratulate Dreyfus on her 5th place, then leave that in the comments down below. If you are new to the channel and you like what you see, if you hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with everything. So that's our first real good race of the season, I feel, and I'm sure it will only be up from here. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.
These battles have often been contained on single racetracks. Now, it's going global. The chosen chariot for this is the Red Bull 2016. Brilliant in the bends, but often hampered by its Renault engine. Lacking power on the...
Sorry? What do you mean? They make watches. Oh, okay.
Can they make up for the deficit on the streets with their Tag Heuer engine?
Sauber, a team that often I get confused as to whether they have overachieved or underachieved. A team of humble beginnings, founded by Peter Sauber in the 1970s. He would eventually work his way up the ladder to win back-to-back Le Mans races in 1988 and 1999 with the incredible Sauber Mercedes C9, a car that was relatively unchanged between the 2 years, such was its dominance. It was then that Peter Sauber decided to take a foray into Formula 1.